Friends, we're coming up on an area where Elvis had his first job, 152 Main Street. This is, I don't see those, this is 203. So it's going to be, this is not it. It's going to be 152, which is actually on the right here. So where this building is at is where the Lowe's Theater would have been, right here in this block area. You can see they tore it down to build a bank or something. This is the statue of Elvis on Beale Street. So this is Main Street, where Elvis got a traffic ticket. There's a famous picture of the, or a parking ticket, of the policeman giving him a parking ticket on this street. Now, I don't know why that person in front of us decides that they can't drive at least a speed limit. And I'm going to see if I can find the spot. 205 was the address of the place that he was in front of. And the theater used to be called Malcolm or Malucci or something like that. But there's a famous picture of him reaching in the back of the officer's back pocket where the ticket book was. Here's the picture. And I know you could see in the distance that says Lowe's. That was the theater. See if you can see it here. It may be too dark. I'll put the picture up. But in the far right is where the Lowe's Theater was that he worked at one time. And then on the left-hand side where he's standing, you can see this this theater right here. So it has to be a building right along in here that doesn't exist anymore. So we're going to pull up in here and stop and just see what we can come up with real quick. Stay tuned, friends. So there's the theater in the picture. Now it's called the Orpheum. This is 203. So that's got to be 205, I would think. So it shows the Orpheum. It shows this one. It shows this one. So Elvis was standing. He got his parking ticket. You could see the 5 windows across the top. That's the 5 windows right there. So the building was actually right here, which means his Cadillac was parked right about here. So where he's got this picture made at, where this picture was being made at, the Cadillac was parked right here. The theater there, the Lowe's Theater over there, where that building is at now. And the building was here. Of course, you can see that it's missing now. It's called Royal, the name of that building. But that's right here is where Elvis got this ticket, right here on Main Street. Right there, friends, right there. And these darn tour buses are just a nuisance. They're pulling in and out constantly. But that's it. You can see the 5 windows right across the top. You can see the theater windows. So it was definitely right here is where the car was parked. So Elvis Presley got a parking ticket right there, friends. Right there. That parking ticket that day. So I'm going to show you something real quick right here, friends, that will make. And you see Elvis is standing right over there. Elvis is literally right there. And for those of you who are real Elvis fans, you would know this. See, under the Orpheum, they've got people's names. It's like Burt Reynolds or something. But one name in particular, Elvis could not stand. And here he is. And he is front and center, almost dead in the middle. If Elvis saw Robert Goulet come on a television set, he immediately shot the screen out. That's a known fact, my friends. That's not something I made up. That's real. There's Robert Goulet, and there's Elvis right over there. He would turn over in his grave if he knew that Robert Goulet was right here. So is Elvis even here? Excuse me, y'all. On this corner, the Grand Opera House was dedicated September 1890. The Grand was destroyed in 1923. The new Orpheum Theater was rebuilt and opened in 1928. For over a century, this corner has been an entertainment center of the Mid-South where Broadway meets Beale. So they have all of these names down here. They even have Kenny G, but they don't have Elvis down here. Sybil Shepherd, Robin Williams, Robert Plant. Gregory Peck looks like a fairly new one. Dorothy Hamill. So Dorothy Hamill made it and Elvis didn't make it. Harry Houdini, Julio Iglesias, Alison Krauss, Tony Bennett, Rufus Thomas. Who is Rufus Thomas? Anybody? Anybody? Callan Esperian? Who in the heck is Callan Esperian? Tom Jones made it, but Elvis didn't. So, all I'm saying is, Orpheum's a joke, friends. If Elvis is not in this walk, it's a joke. And Robert Goulet is? Not hard to figure out.